Hey guys, Shadow Reviewer here. Well, today is the official 10-year anniversary of when the first Descendants movie came out all the way in 2015. And we got pretty much 4 released films, a couple of spin-offs, a CGI TV show, the works. So, to celebrate that 10-year anniversary special, I would like to rank the Descendants characters from worst to best. But I'm going to be specific with this one. I'm going to be ranking the main teenage cast from worst to best. How do I explain this? Well, Mal and her 3 friends, Red and Chloe, Bridget and Ella, Irma and her 2 friends, etc., etc. Now, I'm only including the teenage characters, not adult characters. So if you want characters like Maleficent, Belle, and even the Queen of Hearts from the 4th film, they're not going to be on this list. One to a certain, there are two that kind of break that rule, but I'll explain in a bit. But I'll be including the 17 teenage characters that will be appearing on this list. They have to be at least the main focus, either the hero or the villain, or impacting the story to some degree. And again, they have to at least be teenagers. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. And what I consider the worst of the bunch, number 17, Uliana. I'm sorry. It's obvious what they're doing with this character, and she ain't it. Yeah, she's pretty much the mean girl of the film, but it doesn't work. She's more whiny than actually threatening. And while I thought this would be Ursula, this is actually Ursula's older sister, making her Uma's auntie. More on her later. Which is kind of a nice surprise, but all they make Uliana do is just sit there, look mean, or look stupid. Either way, she's neither. Even her defeating the film feels like, well, that. She doesn't even get defeated by Red and Chloe. She just opens the book and boom, her and her friends are just frozen for the majority of the 3rd act. That's it. And it's kind of lame. While the other 3 villains in the original trilogy were defeated to some degree, this one felt underutilized. So yeah, I don't like Uliana. Uma, she is not. And given that your sister is a much better villain later on in her life, you ain't it. Not it. Number 16, Chad. Now, technically he shouldn't be on this list because he doesn't impact the story at all, but he did flirt with Evie in the 1st film and does date Audrey in both the 2nd and the 3rd, so he does technically count. Apart from that, he's nothing but a tool. I'll give them this. Being the son of Cinderella and Prince Charming doesn't automatically make you the good guy. And yeah, he's kind of a dunderhead as well. Getting himself constantly caught, and yeah, even Audrey finds him annoying. Hell, I even forgot he was even I forgot he was even the son of Cinderella and Prince Charming, as they, in a very confusing moment in the 4th film, Chloe steps in. She was never mentioned in the original trilogy, and yes, they do mention him in a single line of dialogue, though it makes me wonder, is he adopted? Well, given the both Cinderella and Prince Charming's race, and Chloe looks exactly like her mother, I'm wondering about Chad's adopted. That's just a theory going around. I don't know. Honestly, thumbs up if you agree that he's adopted, because clearly Chloe's honestly the better child. Clearly. So yeah, he's not a good character. But he is a little better than Uliana, because some of his antics do get a good laugh. Oh! Number 15, Ella. Now, remember I said the adult characters don't include it on this list? Well, Ella and another entry are exempt from that rule, because we see them in their teenage years, so they still count. With that said, Ella's not that deep. I mean, Cinderella, when she's an adult, is complex. But when we travel back in time to her younger years, she's a lonely stick in the mud. And I don't buy from lonely stick in the mud to hopeful queen. I don't buy any of that. And while her friendship with Bridget is very believable, I don't buy Ella's transformation from lowly servant maid to one of the greatest princesses of Disney. And while she has a pretty good song, "Get Your Hands Dirty" duo with Chloe, the rest of it is just misery reflected upon her, and she's just a stick in the mud. So yeah, not written terribly, but she is better than her son later on. But yeah, still not a great character. Oh, number 14, Chloe. Yeah, we're going through the Cinderella Charming family members, aren't we? And Chloe is honestly the best out of the three. But to say, I found Chloe a bit annoying. I mean, we get goody two-shoes and all. She gets that from her mother, and the fighting skills from her father. But as soon as they travel back in the past, it's nothing but whining. And it gets on my nerves very, very fast. But I'll give her this. At least she can fight. And again, like I said in the last entry, I like the song "Get Your Hands Dirty" duet between her and her mother. It's honestly not half bad. But I don't know. Chloe doesn't have any personality, unlike her co-star. More on her later. But she's not all bad. It's just being a goody two-shoes is a one trait. And again, it all comes down to her just being annoying at times. And I hope she gets better if they ever make that 5th Descendants film, because this is not the character I'm rooting for. Number 13, Doug. Yeah, he's your stereotypical love interest to Evie. And while his crush on her was cute in the first movie, he barely doesn't get any screen time when it comes to the second and third films. Well, he does have a cute moment with Evie when she's saying "one kiss" in the third film. He's asleep most of the time, so we don't barely get any personality from him. Although in the first movie, he did help out Evie when she almost got into trouble. That was sneakily sweet. But that's all he pretty much is, and unlike later love interests down the line, I'll get to him in a bit, I found Doug just standard. Not the worst, but pretty standard. But hey, his chemistry with Evie is pretty good. That's all I can say. Number 12, Gil. Honestly, out of Uma's gang, he's probably the least interesting, but I'll give him this. He does provide pretty good laughs, particularly at Uma's expense. And he does contribute to the plot when he tells Uma about Ben lying around, walking about. But yeah, he's mostly just there in the background. Again, he does have some cute moments when he calls Uma by her cruel nickname, which gets him kicked out of the restaurant, which is pretty damn funny. But that's all it ever is. He's just there standing in the background. But what makes me rank him higher than Doug is the pretty attended laughs. And I do like his friendship with Harry and Uma. So yeah, he's good enough. He's a goofball, but that's all there is to it. Number 11, Jane. Well, honestly, what puts her this high somewhere in the middle is her chemistry with Carlos. It's pretty damn adorable. I mean, she's just typical shy girl in the first movie, but when it comes to the second and third, she pretty much becomes her own character. Particularly, again, her chemistry with Carlos is pretty damn adorable. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about Jane, but at least she has her cute moments, particularly when Mal befriends her in the first movie and gives her the nice magical hair. I like that when Jane tries to become mean, Mal instantly grows it back to normal size, and honestly, wow. I mean, that's what you get when you mouth a badass. But I'll give her this. At least she tries to stand out to be her own person. But yeah, her chemistry with Carlos is pretty damn sweet. Too bad we'll never get the end of that story, given... I'll talk about that later. Alright, now we're in the top 10. These are the good characters. And starting off at number 10 is Harry. Yep, Uma's right-hand man makes it to the top 10. And he is pretty damn fun. Particularly during the musical number Going Down. He gets his own little moment. Make one wrong move, and Ben goes in the water. And he continues on until, like, Uma's like, Harry, we get it. Chill. And he continues that trend. He's pretty much Uma's right-hand man, and, yeah, he's pretty fun. Honestly, I kind of ship him and Uma. Come on, we're all shipping them. They're pretty fun. And I like he has his moment during Uma's villain song, Oh, I'm the captain, I'm the first mate. And I like his little bouts with Jay to see who's better. Yeah, Harry's pretty entertaining. And it's not hard to see why, given he's the son of, well, Hook. So yeah, I like his chemistry with Uma. They're obviously a couple. We all can't deny it. Number 9, Audrey. Yeah, Audrey is pretty much your mean girl throughout the majority of this trilogy. Well, technically. She's only mentioned in her dialogue in the second movie, but she gets a big role in the first film, and especially the third one. And honestly, Sarah Jeffrey does an excellent job in the role. And yeah, even though Audrey is the daughter of Princess Aurora, she acts more mean girl than, well, princessy. And yeah, Audrey's arc in the third film is one of the highlights of that film. Honestly, her song Queen of Mean is instantly iconic. And I like during her song, her hair color starts to change from good girl to downright evil. And I like her line when Ben tells her that he's gonna find the person who did this, and she's like, and do what? Marry them? And like, oh, that is uniquely cold Damn, Audrey. So yeah, Audrey is a pretty good character, and a pretty decent villain in the third film. And yeah, her bouts against Mal is pretty damn fun. So yeah, pretty decent character. But her not being included in the second movie is what stops her ranking higher. Number 8, Carlos. Yeah, Carlos is a very, very unique character. Cameron Boyce does an excellent job with what Carlos is given. His arc in the first movie is getting over his fear of dogs, and yeah, he befriends Dude the dog. Pretty damn fun. In the second one, he's trying to get over his fear of asking Jane out to the dance. And in a sad turn of events, Dude ends up eating the thing that tries to get Carlos to tell the truth, and Dude ends up talking for the rest of the series. And yeah, his chemistry with Jane is pretty damn sweet. And while he's only in the background of the third film, it's not all uniquely bad. And remember I said about how he and Jane never got that happy ending? Unfortunately, after the third movie came out, Cameron Boyce unfortunately passed away due to health issues. And honestly, him passing away that young is very, very tragic. And I love that during the opening scene of the fourth film, they pay respects to Carlos's memory. Hell, even the animated short, A Descendants' Wedding, Mal, Evie, and Jay are bummed that Carlos isn't there with them. And honestly, that's a beautiful dedication to Cameron Boyce's passing. So, rest in peace, Cameron Boyce, you will be missed. So yeah, while he's probably the weakest of the quartet, Carlos is still a pretty good character. So yeah, top notch. And again, rest in peace to Cameron Boyce. You will be missed. Number 7, Jay. So yeah, Jay is pretty fun. Boo Boo Stewart does a great job in the role, and he makes Jay pretty much his own. He goes from being a thief to pretty much a athletic kick-ass soccer player. And yeah, his friendship with Carlos is very unique. I mean, they seem to tease each other a lot. I like in the second film, Jay is the leader of the fencing team. And I like his bouts with Harry. Pretty merry macho. So yeah, Jay is quite fun. He's pretty much the athletic support of the group, and he makes the most of it. And yeah, he tries to be very suave to the ladies. Very subtle, Jay. Very subtle. Oh, if you didn't recognize this actor, he was in the Twilight movies. He's part of the Wolfpack. I just thought I'd drop that one fact for you. Number 6, Bridget. Yeah, I'm surprising that she's this high. Honestly, Bridget's a ton of fun. Her song, Sweet As You Are, is Life is Sweeter Than You Are, is just very angelic. And Bridget makes a hell of an impression. All kind and sweet. Her friendship with Ella is pretty good. And I like how she instantly befriends Red, of course not knowing it's her daughter from the future. And yeah, you feel legit sorry for this girl. She's trying to make friends, but given her past. And honestly, her little song, You Shuffle of Love, when she's trying to practice that for the ball is pretty fun. So yeah, overall, I think Bridget is the second best character in the fourth Descendants film. Yes, I said second best. We'll get to the best in a bit. So yeah, overall, I think Bridget's a good character. Possibly one of the highlights of the film. I mean, why do you think Life is Sweeter is getting a reprise at the end of the film? Because it's that freaking good. Coming at number 5, Evie. I think Sophia Carson does a fantastic job as Evie. Pretty much the best friend of Mal, and you can easily see why. And I love Evie's character. She pretty much just wants to become a fashion designer, and she makes the best dresses. She actually makes me look butch in comparison. And I like how she instantly wants to help people in any way. And I like her and I like chilling like a villain song when she tries to teach Ben how to let's be himself. And it's pretty damn fun. And honestly, her one scene in the third film is freaking great. As she tries to pluck up the courage to tell Doug that she loves him. So yeah, I thoroughly like Evie. She's a pretty fun character. Sophia Carson does an excellent job, and her friendship with Mel is one of the best in the series. So yeah, great character, Evie. Great character. Number 4, Ben. It's no surprise that he's this high. Pretty much the main love interest of Mal. And the best love interest of the series ever. I mean, pretty much Ben just wants to bring peace to everybody, including the villains, and you gotta love the dedication. Honestly, his chemistry with Dove Cameron, more on her later, is freaking fantastic in all 3 aspects of the trilogy. I generally love that in the first movie, he pretty much proclaims his love for Mal even though he's under a love spell. Did I mention it's pretty damn catchy. And honestly, the scene where Mal runs away because of the pressure of being a princess in the second film, Ben instantly wants to go and save her. And honestly, that's dedication. That's boyfriend material. And honestly, the scene where he proposes to Mal is honestly one of the best scenes of the third film. He says a beautiful little melody as he gets down on one knee. And honestly, I love the actor that plays him. Mitchell Hope does an excellent job. And yeah, he was a very, very nice man when I met him at Supernova this year. And I want to share this little fun fact for you. I went up to him and asked him, out of the songs in the Descendants trilogy, which one was your favorite? And he told me that he was very nervous seeing the musical numbers. But after a few practices of Did I Mention, he instantly got into it. But he told me that his favorite song in the series was Chillin' Like a Villain, because he loved the tune. And honestly, that was enough for me. I just wanted to ask that question because, well, it's King Ben. So yeah, overall, I think Ben is a great character. He's a very loyal boyfriend to Mel, and he's a great king. Very well done, Ben. I tip a hat to you. And thanks for that photo, Miss Mitchell Hope. I really appreciate it. Alright, now we're in the top 3. These 3 characters are pretty much flawless. And coming out at number 3 is Red. Honestly, Kylie Cottrell does a fantastic job in making Red pretty much the best character in the film. Honestly, her opening song is pretty much about her, and it pretty much sets the tone for the rest of the film. I mean, nobodything can top the rest of it. And it's fantastic. And Red is a very compelling character. She never wants to be like her mother. And I love the dedication of wanting to change that. And I like that. And again, Kylie Coachella is not just a great singer, she's a fantastic dancer too. And honestly, the scene at the end where she's unsure if she's a good guy or not pretty much submits how interesting Red is. Fantastic job. Kylie Coachella does perfectly. She makes the film very, 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 very watchable. And I hope we get to see Red in the future, I hope the fifth Descendants film goes forward. Please. Number 2, Mal. Yes, most people would put Mal at number 1. I mean, she's the face of the franchise. But number 2 is nothing to be ashamed of. Honestly, Dove Cameron is just a good actor, a fantastic singer, and a surprisingly good dancer. Mal's story is just one of the most memorable. She's trying to be like her mother, but doesn't know if she should. Her friendship with Evie is freaking fantastic. I love her chemistry with Ben. Honestly, Mitchell Hope and Dove Cameron have fantastic chemistry, and it shows. Oh, and Mal has the best songs in the series. Her little duet with Evie in the second film, In Space Between, if only in the first film, which is honestly the best song in the series, don't at me, My Once Upon a Time in the third film. And of course, the opening song in the third film, It's Good to Be Bad. Overall, Mal is pretty memorable. Again, her best scene is when she's singing If Only in the first movie. Her best scene in the second film where she enacts True Love's kiss on Ben in the second film. And the third one is where she realizes her mistake, and of course singing My Once Upon a Time. So yeah, Mal is a pretty fun character. And Dove Cameron does an excellent job. But she can't beat my number 1. And given that I haven't even mentioned this character yet, goes to show just how perfect these two are. So, while Mal may have gotten the silver, Uma is the gold. Honestly, Uma is just the cherry on top on how to make a character relatable. Honestly, her introduction in the second film is what makes the second film my favorite of the series. Uma. She makes the movie fantastic to watch. Honestly, everything with Uma in it is just flawless. And honestly, her villain song is just one of the best songs. Pretty close to at least in the top 5 of my favorite songs from the series. She pretty much makes an impression, and she's a pretty damn good villain in the second movie. Her face-off against Mal in It's Going Down. To of course, her arm wrestling contest with Mal in the second movie. To pretty much teaming up with her in the third movie. And I love that Uma puts her hatred for Mal aside when Mal needs help defeating Audrey. And honestly, Uma is just perfect. But I am very bummed that she's barely in she's in the fourth film, but she's barely in it. I mean, kind of a missed opportunity for her to travel back in time with Red and Chloe and meeting her aunt. That could have been freaking cool, but no, she's just there for a couple of scenes to do her little What's My Name reprise, which wasted fan service. And that's about it. Honestly, that was kind of a letdown for me. But Uma as a character is just flawless. From the way her character's portrayed, to her song numbers, to how well well written she is. Uma as a character is just my number one favorite teen character from the Descendants franchise. And if they ever make that 5th Descendants film, I don't think they're going to top Uma. And before anyone asks why Lonnie, Mulan's daughter, didn't make the list, she barely makes an impression. Yeah, she kind of plays a big part in the second film, but she's more just there as a plot device. That's it. Hence why she didn't make the list. And if she did, she would have ranked very low. So, sorry to any Mulan fans. I'm not putting Lonnie on the list. So, sorry. And that's the end of the video, folks. I hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up, like and comment and subscribe. And I hope to get more videos out like this. Until then, I'm the Shadow Reviewer, signing off.